Hey everybody. So you already know what time it is. We're going to be doing a reading. So I already picked out a theme. The theme for this reading is going to be, what is this Mercury retrograde bringing to light? We do have a Mercury retrograde in Libra. It's either the 9th or the 10th. So that's in a few days. The shadow period started like 2 weeks ago, I believe. So a lot of the times, at least what astrologers say, is that Mercury retrograde tends to bring a lot of miscommunication. So there may be arguments, misunderstandings, maybe people being very critical. We may be a little more harsh with our words. It also brings in technology issues as well. A lot of people, or a lot of astrologers say, to just be careful when you're traveling. So there's a lot that's happening. Now, Mercury is ruled by Gemini and also Virgo, and Gemini, to me, it's more of like an airhead energy. Very intellectual. It's a very, very intellectual. As to where Virgo is more, it's very analytical. It's very critical as well. It's an earth sign, so it's a little more grounded. But with it being, in retrograde, again, there may be a lot of miscommunication, people being more critical, judgmental, stuff like that. So we're just going to see what this retrograde is bringing to light. I think that a lot of people, get scared of Mercury retrograde. It's like the one retrograde that I hear a lot of people kind of talking down on. But it's a really good time to really reflect on yourself, to really reflect on how you speak, on your communication, the way you present yourself. Again, when you speak, it's a time, like I said, it's time to slow down and just really kind of take a look at yourself, okay? So let's see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use this deck. Like I said, we already have a theme. So we're just going to jump right into, what is this Mercury retrograde bringing to light? What is this Mercury retrograde bringing to light? Oh. Okay, so something with the shadow. Okay, some sort of shadow aspect, which would make sense because of the deck that I'm shuffling. It is a little more shadowy deck. It's the Samhain deck, so kind of fits perfect with the theme. That's too many. I'm getting this weird picture and I don't know how to describe it. Okay, so what is this Mercury retrograde bringing to light? I don't know. Some of you guys may be painting your walls. I don't know why I got that. Okay. So we have ritual. Can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you will spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and those who gazes hold fire, but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. That is what the card looks like. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. You guys, look at this cup. I bought it today. Hold on. I bought it today. Look how cute it is. It's so cute. So where I live, we have these stores called, Dillon's. They're similar to Kroger. They're associated with Kroger. But here in Kansas, call them Dillons, or at least in Wichita. And they have their Halloween section out already, and so I got that, and then I got those little wax melts. I think this one's called like Happy Haunting, and it smells so good. So, okay, so we have Ritual, which is, let's see, what is that number? 33. Okay, so we're gonna read this real quick, and it says, ritual is the very foundation of a witch's practice. It is the doorway to worlds unseen and a rite of passage. It is the deliberate honoring of the wise ones who've walked before us, the spiritual ones who watch over us. It is also a dedication to self, a place where you can find yourself in your practice and harness the power within. Ritual is a dedication to your craft and is about showing up for things that are essential to you. Be it going to work, organizing your kids, or hitting the gym. Spiritual rituals are no different. If anything, they are even more critical than the day-to-day stuff of life. It is important to take time to honor your magic and the magic of those you call upon. By doing so, you are making a choice. If you have pulled ritual, it is because you are being drawn to honor your magic in a more profound way. You are being asked to explore your power as a witch truly, and to find the proper time and energy to develop your craft. Making time to honor each step of ritual magic through intention is like sending out a beacon saying, I'm here and I'm ready. The powers that will be notice your efforts and begin to give you more power as a reward. So, this is telling me, again, which goes perfectly with Mercury retrograde, this is going to be a time to really, again, look at yourself, to really honor yourself, to really spend time with yourself, to get to know yourself on a more deeper and intimate level. It's not to say that you have to go and do a ritual, if you're not comfortable with that. But again, at the end of the day, a different word for ritual is habits, right? Your habitual behaviors. Really looking at your habits, what it is that you do on a daily basis. A lot of us do more of the physical things, right? Just like the book said, maybe we go to the gym. Maybe we're constantly organizing, looking after our children, which obviously we're going to have to do that. But a lot of people get lost in parenting, right? And they don't come back to themselves. Maybe you do your makeup daily, or, maybe you get on Facebook daily. It's just really looking at the habits that we have and maybe seeing if we're able to cultivate something that really benefits us in a healthier way. So let's see. We're going to do this little tarot deck. I don't think I've used this deck in a reading before. This lady gave it to me. I was doing readings at a healing event, and at the end of the event she got a reading for me, and she gave me this deck as a thank you. So I thought it was really cool. So we're going to use this deck, and we're going to see what can you tell me about our habits, about our rituals. Now, if you guys are those kind of people who are into, the more magical spirit or the more magical aspect of life, then go ahead and get into that too. Again, like the book said, set up an altar for yourself, for your ancestors, whatever helps you connect deeply with you. Like, for instance, with me, I have an altar for Lord Ganesh, because I absolutely love him. He was one of the first deities that ever came to me. And then I also have an altar for Santa Muerte. And I started working with her around, I think last year, like the beginning of last year, January, February. So I have an altar for them. And, it's just about honoring yourself, honoring your spirit guides, and those around you. Okay, so we have the moon, And in this card, it has like little meanings to it, but we have hidden enemies, fear, illusion, and deception. And this is what it looks like. Interesting, because you know what? I was feeling when I was shuffling before I pulled a card, right? Before a card had fell out. When I first started shuffling, the card at the bottom of the deck was Mischief. And it is so funny because this morning I went out to a nature trail that I haven't gone out to in a very long time. And it's a nature trail that I really love going to because you can just feel the energy. There's a lot of energy vortex there. But I had decided to go out there, and normally I go down a different, a certain path. And it's not that I've never been down this path, but like normally I go like to a different section of this trail. But I was guided to go down to this part of the trail, and there is just this beautiful, I don't know what kind of tree it is. It might be like an oak tree, but this very big, beautiful tree. I mean, thick, beautiful. She gives off grandmother energy. Like when you get near her or even around that area, like you literally just feel like that grandmother energy. And so I went up to the tree and actually found a piece of pyrite. And I was like, is this mine? Because I like to leave crystals in the trees. And I was like, well, this isn't mine because I don't have a pyrite this big, So it's telling me that somebody else left a piece of pyrite there. And I thought that was really cool. I actually pulled out my pyrite today. This one right here. This is what pyrite looks like. They also call it fool's gold. But before I had gone to that section, I had entered a section where I felt like mischievous energy. Like it was just this mischievous energy. Like I was picking up on like elves and like dwarfs. And that may sound weird to some of you guys, but that's just the energy that I was picking up on. It's not to say that I saw those things, it was just what I was feeling. And to me, dwarfs and elves are kind of mischievous. Or even like, entities that are within the forest. To me, it's a very mischievous energy. But I was feeling that. So to have the moon come out, and then to have the descriptions of hidden enemies, fear, illusion, deceptions, this is telling me that we may, so now I'm getting like the energy of trickery and like fooling. Like we may be deceiving ourselves, okay? We may be deceiving ourselves. And I think that's why it's so important. I just barely saw that spider. But I think it's so important to really get in touch within ourselves, especially now, so that way we are able to recognize, the deceit of others, and even within us, okay? Yeah, because now they're just showing me like an image of a clown. Okay, let's see what else. What's at the bottom? Okay, so let's see what else we get. Let's see what else. So what else can you tell me? For some of you guys too, I'm also picking up that there is some sort of magic that you can do to reveal hidden enemies, okay? It's gonna be different for everybody, okay? If you're not into this stuff, you don't have to do it. It's just what I am hearing for some people. Okay, so we have the Ace of Coins. We have new opportunity, manifest, abundance, and wealth. For some of you guys, I think this came out in one of my last readings too. For some of you guys, you may have an opportunity that comes up. Be careful, okay? Just really be discerning. Again, really get in touch with your body. How does it feel to you? Because sometimes we just jump into things because we think that it's a great opportunity, and then we get into it and it's just something completely different than what we thought it was going to be. So just be careful, okay? Trust yourself, listen to yourself. We have the Page of Swords, new ideas, curiosity, knowledge, and communication. Yeah, I was going to say, for some of you guys are trying to manifest something new, okay? But I feel like there's still something hidden here from you, okay? You're not able to see things clearly quite yet. And during this Mercury retrograde, this is going to be a perfect time to really look at something on a deeper level. Some of you guys, again, in your communication, people may misunderstand you, okay? People may, be very judgmental, okay? You may even see things from like a cloudy perspective. Again, not being able to see things or everything clearly. We have Temperance, which is, I don't know if I want to pull it up like that because it was in reverse. But we have moderation, balance, patience, purpose, and calm. In reverse, it's imbalance, excess, and realignment. I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it upright. So, for some of you guys, Mercury retrograde is going to help you guys go deeper into your purpose, okay? For others, it's going to show you where you may have certain addictions, okay? Now remember, addiction isn't only just, substance abuse, alcohol, drugs. There is so much more that we can become addicted to. And I think one of the most common things in a lot of people is being addicted to our pain and being addicted to our suffering. And I know that may sound crazy, but you may be addicted to a certain emotion, okay? We have the Hermit, inner guidance, healing, and introspect. Yeah. Look at that. He has his little light. He's going into the darkness. He's bringing to light something, okay? It's the same with this Moon card. Like I was saying earlier today, something with the shadows. There's something here that we can't fully see. And that's why Mercury retrograde is so important, because like I said earlier, it's such a good time to really reflect and to really look at you, okay? This is also going to be a time to where you really want to listen to yourself. You want to listen to your inner guidance. You want to trust your inner guidance. Okay, let's get one more. One more, at least for now, from this deck. Let's get one more energy for this Mercury retrograde. Six of Wands keeps wanting to come up. So we have Judgment. It came out in reverse, but the way that I picked up, it came out upright. We have balance, diplomacy, union, rebirth, and fairness. And in reverse, it's self-doubt, inner critic, ignoring the call. It really, I don't know, the Judgment card kind of in a sense reminds me of the Temperance. Because what the Temperance is more so of bringing something into balance, right? Doing something in moderation, not doing something in excess. For some of you guys, you may experience a Tower moment. For others, there may be something, again, that comes to light, okay? Something here is balancing out. We cannot have the light without the darkness. Okay, we all have to experience some sort of darkness. And I know that sounds fucked up, but that's how this world is, or that's how the world has taught us to be, okay? Whew, wow, I don't know why I just yawned or where that energy came from. I don't know why, but I'm getting the word nomads, and if I'm correct, I think that word is almost like somebody who kind of travels a lot, or like, I don't know, please correct me if I'm wrong. Some of you guys may kind of use escapism, okay, especially with the moon card here, which makes a lot of sense, okay? If you're not wanting to see something, you're going to do whatever it is that you can to escape from it instead of actually facing, the issue head on. So I think that whatever it is that you're not trying to see, this is kind of similar to another reading I did, but whatever it is that you're not trying to see, this Mercury retrograde is going to make you see it, okay? It's almost like it's resurrecting, especially with having the Judgment card here. Okay. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Well, one card did flip over out of all of them, but I'm not going to use it. Oh, it's not the right deck. Okay. Let's see, what else can you tell me about, okay, we have Pisces, I believe. Okay, makes sense with having, again, the moon card here, I believe is ruled by Pisces. Okay. This is definitely going to be a time to really, again, trust in yourself. Trust in what you're seeing. Trust in what you're hearing, okay? Again, I get this feeling of people may start to, when people communicate, their true colors are going to come out. Their true colors are going to shine. And you're going to want to pay attention to that, okay? Instead of hiding from it, putting it on the back burner, making it seem like, oh, it's not a big deal. You're going to start wanting to pay attention to that, because I do feel like people's true colors are going to be coming out. So that's really interesting, honestly. Let's see. What else can you give me? It's very, very interesting. We have Wolf. Devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. Oof. That's what it looks like. And there is wolves in the moon card as well. So you guys may associate with wolves, or even so, maybe even looking up what the wolf represents, will bring a little more knowledge. But let's go ahead and let's see what this is. Okay, it's the very last, let me go sip in my coffee, but it's the very last card in the book. I don't like my coffee, with a lot of sugar or cream. I like the taste of coffee. So we have, our instincts are a roadmap to surviving this human experience. Instincts give us the urge to eat when hungry, to cover up when cold, to seek sex when aroused, and to sense danger even when we cannot see it with our eyes. Instinct and intuition are gifts from the powers that Instinct and intuition are gifts from the powers that be to help us discover happiness, support, and well-being. Intuition is our inner knowing that connects us to the intelligence of the spirit realm and to the intelligence of the earth. Sadly, many of us have muted our animal natures. We've become too reliant on what we can see and have forgotten to tap into the intelligence that's already available to us. I love that. Again, with this Pisces, I believe, right? Wolf is calling you to remind you that you know your way home. You may feel lost or confused about something in your life. You may not know which direction to travel or what is safe to pick up along the way. Wolf allows your instinct to take over. You receive this guidance through the urges you feel. It's like a push and pull right in the center of your being. Take a few moments to feel these urges when faced with a decision. You can start with something small, like which toothpaste to buy or which blog to read. This will help you to build trust in your instincts. Eventually, you will be able to tap into this energy at will and use it for every decision you make in your life. So again, it starts with feeling, right? What does fear feel like in your body? Okay, what does your intuition feel like in your body? You know, what does anger feel like in your body? One way to really distinguish whether it's your intuition or if it's trauma that's speaking, where do you feel your intuition? Ask your body, show me where intuition is at in my body, and you will feel it somewhere, okay? You may have to try a few times, especially if you're somebody who's very, disconnected from the body. It may take you a few times. That's fine. Don't give up, okay? Don't give up on yourself because you are important and you matter, okay? Ask your body, where do I feel fear in my body, okay? And really be able to notice the sensations. That way, you can be able to distinguish, okay, this is my intuition talking, and this is my fear that's talking. This is all about coming back into balance within yourself, into union within yourself, learning to communicate with yourself, okay? Believing in yourself. So let's see what else. Interesting. Okay, so we have dice, which is gamble. And then we have crystals, which is healing, which I think it's so funny that, I brought up crystals today. Pyrite to be specific. But I am going to read the dice one. And it says, should you stay or should you go? This is what you've been wondering of late. You want to throw in the towel. But if you do, are you running away from your responsibilities? Perhaps you should preserve and carry on. It might get better. But what if it doesn't? If a situation is not serving you as it should, if are not being appreciated, then surely it is time to leave. However, as you have put in so much time and energy, it may be a mistake to leave before you reap the rewards. You can stay in the warmth of your current comfort zone or gamble. Or gamble it all the way on a leap into the unknown, which might eventually lead you to adventures that will fulfill your soul, dreams, and desires. Only you can decide whether or not to take a risk. It's time to roll the dice. And the incantation is, if I leave, the stakes are high. A chance to live, to soar and fly. And if I stay, what should I do? To what I know, I would be true. Gamblers Anonymous can help recovery from a gambling addiction. Time to take a risk. Recognize which of your strengths and or weaknesses support a decision you're trying to make. You know what to do. Whatever you decide will be supported. I love that. I love that. Again, this is just literally right in our face. This is a time to trust in yourself, to trust in your instincts, to trust what you are feeling. You may be in a situation, okay, where you don't know what to do. Like the book said, you don't know if you should stay. You don't know if you should go. You don't know if you should take the risk. Taking the risks mean we're jumping into the unknown, which is beautiful because that's what the moon card represents, is going into the unknown, going into the darkness, right? For a moment. Sometimes we have to get into the darkness, into the unknown, so we can discover more of ourselves, more of who we are. And that can be so scary. That is why a lot of people choose to ignore their intuition, to ignore their instincts, because they're more comfortable, again, in the pain and in the suffering. Yeah, it may not feel good, okay? But it's what's comfortable. And when we do stay in the pain and suffering, it's so much more easier to predict what is going to happen to us because we're so used to it. It's so predictable. So this Mercury retrograde is all about listening to yourself, communicating with yourself, understanding what it is that you're feeling, okay? I love this so much. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get one last card, and this is just going to be some guidance, okay? Oops. Look at the bottom of the deck, though. Trickster. What was I telling you? I was feeling that energy, that trickster energy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's somebody around you who's trying to play games with you, if you're trying to play games with yourself, if you're trying to play games with another person, whatever it is, it's going to come to light. Okay? It is going to come to light. There's no running away from this. You may have been running away from it for a while, but not anymore. It's coming. We have Song of the Wild. So we're going to read this one out of the book. Let's see. Definitely more back here. All right, and it says, new horizons await you. You're ready to savor the wonders of the world. Take some risks. Answer the call of the wild. I love that. Step out of your comfort zone. Live passionately. Take steps in the direction of freedom. Expand beyond your limitations and boundaries. Maybe it's time to take a journey or do something new and exciting. I love that. Take a risk. You know what? That's been coming up a lot in a lot of my readings. Okay? Take a risk. Leave a job, leave a relationship, leave a friendship. Start doing something you're passionate about, something that you love. Take that risk. Take a risk on yourself. You are worthy. You are worth it. But again, it is up to you to see that, because I can't make you see that. I'm only the guide. You know, I'm only here for guidance. I can't tell you what to do. You have to trust in yourself, and you have to believe in yourself to make the right decision for yourself. So that is all that I have for you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys do something that makes your heart absolutely happy. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night wherever you're at.